Hello and welcome to Millennium News TV 24/7 Daily Global News Update. In English, my name is Todd Goldfinger, and here are today's top headlines. Thank you for being with us. News story number one. In the first moments of the Maui fires, when high winds brought down power poles, slapping electrified wires to the dry grass below, there was a reason the flames erupted all at once in long, neat rows. Those wires were bare, uninsulated metal that could spark on contact. Videos and images analyzed the Associated Press confirmed those wires were among miles of line that Hawaiian Electric Company left naked to the weather and often thick foliage, despite a recent push by utilities in other wildfire and hurricane-prone areas to cover up their lines or bury them. Next news. News story number two. The sanctuary in Grace Covenant Reformed Church was packed. People stood shoulder to shoulder wherever they could, near the stained glass windows depicting scenes from the Bible, behind the neatly lined rows of chairs that serve as pews against a wall covered in crosses made from painted wood, wire, glass, and ceramic red chiles. Bibles and hymnals rested under every seat, but they weren't used that Monday night last September. There was no sermon, because this wasn't a church service. Next news. News story number three. A publicist says popular game show host Bob Barker, a household name for a half-century as host of Truth or Consequences and The Price is Right, has died at his home in Los Angeles. Barker was 99. Barker, also a longtime animal rights activist, died Saturday morning, according to publicist Roger Neal. In quotes, "I'm so proud of this trailblazing work Barker and I did together to expose the cruelty to animals in the entertainment industry, and including working to improve the plight of abused and exploited animals in the United States and internationally," end quotes, said Nancy Burnett, his longtime friend and caretaker, in a statement. Next news. News story number four. Families were torn asunder. A community is reeling with grief. More than 100 people have perished, and hundreds more remain missing after flames and smoke barreled from the hills and annihilated the historic town of Lahaina. But even in places overwhelmed by despair and devastation, the Hawaiian spirit known as ohana endures. In the Hawaiian lexicon, ohana is a sensibility, a way of thinking that means family, belonging, community, and so much more. Solace in a time of calamity. It is a unifying principle in an increasingly fragmented world. And in recent weeks, amid misfortune, the word has taken on profound importance in a place appealing for help. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Hello and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Daily Global News Update in English. My name is Todd Goldfinger, and here are the continuation of today's top headlines. News story number 5. One of the features that President Joe Biden cited in his plan to bring internet to every home and business in the United States by 2030 was affordability. But an important federal program established to keep broadband costs down for low-income households is set to expire next year. The Affordable Connectivity Program has not reached everyone who is eligible. According to an Associated Press analysis of enrollment and census data, less than 40% of eligible households have utilized the program, which provides monthly subsidies of $30, and in some cases up to $75 to help pay for internet connections. Still, the program has been a lifeline for Kimberlyn Barton Reyes, who is paraplegic and visually impaired. Barton Reyes did not have to wait for an in-person appointment when a seizure alert system disconnected from her electric wheelchair in November. The company that services her chair assessed the problem remotely, ordered the parts she needed, and got the chair fixed quickly. Next news. News story number 6. Vivek Ramsawari has charged back into Iowa, stoking curiosity and skepticism after his attention-grabbing performance in the first Republican presidential debate. The charismatic 38-year-old businessman was met Friday by hundreds of GOP activists in small central cities near Des Moines, with more events planned in the coming days. He's drawing new interest from Republicans who will participate in the nation's first caucuses next year, but also apprehension from attendees at his events and pointed criticism from a former GOP governor. Much of the negative feedback is about his foreign policy ideas, notably his argument that the U.S. should stop providing arms and funding to Ukraine as it fights Russia's invasion. Next news. News story number 7. The government of Panama said Thursday it will launch a new campaign to stem the flow of migrants through the dangerous jungle-clad Darien Gap, after crossings hit 300,000 so far this year. In comparison, less than 250,000 migrants crossed in all of 2022. The plan, named Darien is a Jungle, Not a Road, will be launched next week, officials said, but they could barely hide their frustration with neighboring Colombia's inability to stop migrants from coming to the two countries' roadless border. Next news. News story number 8. Another record-setting day of high temperatures is forecast in the Dallas-Fort Worth area Saturday night before a slight cooling trend moves into the area, according to the National Weather Service, as heat warnings stretch from the Gulf Coast to the southeastern U.S. and upper Mid-South. The high in Dallas is expected to reach 107 degrees Fahrenheit, breaking 1 degree the previous record set in 2011, before the heat dome that has been over the state since June begins to move out to the area, according to Weather Service meteorologist Ted Ryan. Next news. News story number 9. 2 women were injured Friday night in a shooting during a White Sox baseball game at Guaranteed Rate Field. Chicago police say a 42-year-old woman sustained a gunshot wound to the leg, and a 26-year-old woman had a graze wound to her abdomen. The 42-year-old woman was in fair condition at University of Chicago Medical Center. The 26-year-old woman refused medical attention, according to the police statement. Chicago police say its information is still preliminary because detectives are investigating. According to the White Sox, investigators aren't sure if shots were fired from outside or inside the ballpark. The injuries were sustained midway up Section 161 in the left center field. This has been the daily global news update of Millennium News TV 24/7. My name is Todd Goldfinger, and I thank you for watching. Please log in to get the latest news on all of our social networking sites. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. On TikTok, we are Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers now on both network broadcasting, Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV. Also, all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and our latest news, views, and editorials. Our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Please stay with Millennium News 24/7. Thank you, and God bless you wherever you are. Peace.